There's nothing like feeling a sense of true purpose in life, of feeling like what you're doing day in and day out has meaning and is significant. In this video, you're going to find out 3 ways that you can use to identify what your higher purpose in life truly is. Many years ago, I found myself in a career. I was successful, I was making money, my parents were proud of me. I was doing everything that I really thought I always wanted, but I was miserable. I was really struggling. I felt like I had no passion and no purpose. So I started on a journey to find my passion and my purpose. Here I am 15 years later. I can honestly say that the work I do fills me up from the bottom of my soul, and I have passion and I have purpose in my life. But it wasn't necessarily the easiest thing to get here. It was a long and winding journey, and now in hindsight, I can see some of the things that really made a difference. One of those things is what I want to share with you today. It was the process of finding my purpose and my passion. And so there are 3 actual exercises that I'm going to walk you through that you can use to identify your purpose and passion. But before we get to those 3 things, I just want to share with you a powerful reframe around finding your purpose and your passion. See, you haven't lost anything. You don't need to find anything. The idea of finding something implies that it's outside of you, waiting to be discovered, and that maybe you'll trip over it or maybe you won't. And so it's a pretty disempowering way of looking at your passion and your purpose. Instead, I want you to think of choosing instead of finding. See, the thing about choosing is that you can choose at any moment. You can choose whatever you want at any time. So today on this video with these exercises, you can choose a passion and a purpose and a path towards passion and purpose. And a year from now, or 5 years from now, or 20 years from now, or tomorrow, you can choose a different one. You can choose again. And that's the beauty of looking at it this way. If you think about it as finding, then you might lose it again. If you think about it as finding, then it's something outside of you that you don't have a lot of agency over. But when you think about it as choosing, all of a sudden, the world is full of possibilities and you can choose anything you want. Fast forward to the end of your life. Now, we don't know when that's going to be, thank goodness, but fast forward to what you think it could be like. And don't cop out on this exercise. I mean, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and imagine yourself on your deathbed. What would you say about your life? What would you want to say about your life? What would you want others to say about your life? What is it that really, really matters? That if you don't get a chance to do it, you feel like your life might have been wasted. These are painful questions sometimes and powerful questions because they force us to think about something that we generally ignore, but which really is what gives meaning to life. Life wouldn't mean as much if it went on forever and ever. The reason that life is so meaningful is because it ends. So go to that end point, imagine yourself there, and ask yourself, what will I have wanted to have done in my life by the time I'm dead? So that's one way to get to it. Now, the second way is what some people call the 5 whys. So the way the 5 whys works is that you go ahead and you write down why you're here. Why are you on this planet? What are you here to do or create? Your why, part 1. Now you look at that and ask the next question to go 1 layer deeper. Why? All right, let's go 1 layer deeper and ask why. And you do that 5 times. By the time you get to your 5th or thereabouts, you should be feeling something pretty profound. So just for fun, I want to do this as an example, and I'm going to surprise the person behind the camera today, and I'm going to ask her to play this game with me. So, Stefania.
Yes.
What is your why?
The thing that always drives my passion and purpose is making others feel good about themselves.
Okay, making others feel good about themselves. Why does that matter to you?
I think it's a very intrinsic thing. When you are a human being and you are self-aware, you know that you want to feel good about yourself. You know that you want to find your purpose. And in being there for other people, I like to help them find their purpose because that helps me find my own. It's a building kind of thing.
So helping other people, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. So helping other people helps you help yourself. And when people are helping each other, everybody improves, right? So why does that matter? Let's go a layer out even bigger. Why is it important on a bigger scale for people to feel good about themselves? Why does that matter?
When people are living at their highest version of themselves, everything works better in the world. Our business choices that we make, our work, our play, our family, our friends, when an individual feels good about themselves, they can actually do more for the world outside of themselves. When people don't feel well inside, they're self-focused. So as soon as that self is healed, you can focus on the outside as well.
Okay, and so why is that important? Why do we want a world full of people that are healed and that are doing good things? Why does that matter?
I feel like the world could be so much better than it is. And when we start on a personal basis on that individual level and it ripples out, our tax systems get better. Children aren't born with birth defects that could have been prevented with medical intervention. Everyone has access to drinking water. And all of those things just contribute to joy and peace and love. Those things of humanity that we all want to feel, those feelings of God and divinity that we all want to feel.
So now we're here, right? We've arrived at the biggest why, right? The reason you want to help people feel good about themselves is so that people can feel closer to God and be an example of God's love right here on this planet. That's a pretty big why.
It's huge.
Look at, she's emotional right now. I can see it in her eyes. She's gotten, I see it. Yeah. That's really powerful. Thank you so much for playing with me, Stefania. So you can see how powerful that exercise is. Just keep asking why to get to a place that feels deep and feels emotional, feels like it has fuel for life and for something new. Now, the last way to find your purpose and your passion in life is to look at what bothers you about the world. Where do you find yourself frustrated and annoyed and angry even? This is one of those examples where anger as an emotion can be very useful, because if you identify what makes you angry and you can get to that deeper layer of why that makes you angry, that might be a great place to find your purpose. So if there's something out there that you just can't ignore and you keep trying to even put it out of your head and you can't, maybe that's a clue. Pay attention. If you're ready to build a business that aligns with your purpose and passion in life, then go download my free guide, The Monetize Your Magic Playbook. You can find it at monetizeyourmagicplaybook.com, or you can just click below on the link and find out how to align what you do with who you really are. Enjoy.